Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We have a first round boss bit match today here for you in the Zelda II 100% all keys tournament between chromataclysm and badbrakes. Joined on comms today by Money Mercs. Mercs, how you doing?
Oh, this is Shadow.
Shadow.
Mercs is in chat, though.
Okay, I can read, I clearly can't talk. Shadow, how's it going?
Oh, not bad. We should have a really exciting race here, so I'm happy to be calling it.
Alright, I will hand it over to you. We will get this race underway shortly.
Alright, thank you. And welcome in, everybody. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Mercs in chat. I think Mercs is going to be calling one of the races tonight. There's two more that will be going on late in the Eastern time zone. You to Mercs. Why is badbrakes so far ahead? They're practicing. You should be seeing them back at the title screen now. They're going to be getting ready to go. Yeah, this should be a really good race. I mean, all of the races in the boss spot bracket are going to be really good. But both of these racers are perhaps a bit underseeded. These are the 6 and 11 seeds in this bracket. And Chroma, so the way qualifiers worked is everyone got to run 3 races, and your best time out of those 3 races was your qualifier time. It wasn't a total of the 3 times or an average of the best 2 or anything like that. It was just the best of 3 times, and Chroma had 3 races in, and then did a 4th race in the qualifiers just for practice or for fun, and got a time that would have been the #1 overall seed, but ultimately ended up the 6th seed. badbrakes only gave it 1 try, got a time good enough to qualify for the top 16, and went ahead with that. And here is the 11 seed. Chroma gets a bag. badbrakes did not even try for a bag. It's like we are going to see badbrakes go... Nope, does not go to Shield Town. Thought maybe we were going to see an early route divergence, but walked right below it. Both runners are now in Parappa Desert. Barry's on BB's screen, but they stay out of the way. Double skip for both of them. badbrakes skips the Gorilla. Chroma kills the Gorilla. Neither of them trying for a bubble skip on the way back. Right now, the difference is pretty much just the Gorilla kill. No encounters on the way back for either of them, so we'll have them both in Palace 1. ZeldaSpeedRuns 2, thank you for the raid. Looked like you guys were watching some Wind Waker randomizer. So I hope that went well. Hello 2D Zelda indeed. The 2Dist of the 2D Zelda games. No top-down oriented combat. Everything is side-scrolling, combat-wise. There is the overworld, but it is basically a hub in this game. Looks like Chroma has caught up to badbrakes a little bit. Badbrakes takes a bop in that Stalfos fight, and Chroma regains the lead. Badbrakes, like Aaron noted in chat, might be committed to attack 3 in this run. Didn't even kill all of the enemies in the magic cave at the start. Whereas chromataclysm is going to be able to get attack 4 with just a single large bag drop. All 3 of the loose keys in this dungeon, heading back down the elevator, pretty much in sync right now. Still early, re-transitioning at the same time. Grub Central, thank you for the raid as well. Welcome in. And for everyone that just joined, this is the first round of the boss bot bracket, which is the top 16 from qualifiers. We're playing for the championship. This is the 6 and 11 seed. In your bracketology, we have the classic 16 seed matchups that you would see in the NCAA tournament like. It is double elimination, so the victor moves on in the winner's bracket, and the loser will have to try and continue from the loser's bracket. Both runners have the candle. Chroma has a little bit of a lead again. There are 64 teams. It is a 16 player field. This means you have your classic 1-16, 2 versus 15, all the way down to 8 versus 9 in the first round. And the same pairings that will show up in between and on the way to the end. The winner of the 1-16 seed game will always play the winner of the 8 versus 9 seed game. And there is attack 3 for Chroma. Gonna get out of here with attack 4. Nice chewy skip there. Badbrakes gets a bag here. We'll also get... Oh, but it's a jar. Badbrakes had a chance at also getting out with attack 4. First head fight takes a little bit longer. Badbrakes only had attack 2. And gets attack 3 from the points from Horsehead, but is only going to get up to 50 points at the gem here, and can probably just take life 2 now. Nope, going to cancel it. Badbrakes will get the option to take that life level again when he does the jump cave. Nope, neither runner took the warrior fairy. now heading to the village of Rudo, also known as Jump Town, the town where you get the jump spell. Counter spawns being a little bit trolly there to badbrakes, but he's able to dodge them. They are both in the wizard's house now. Roma just got the jump spell. badbrakes just entered. We're gonna high five right at the base of the stairs. And on into the jump cave. It is just a 3-room cave. It's been a 20-second lead for Chroma, but it did get opened up a little bit at the end of Palace 1. Chroma has attack 4, badbrakes only has attack 3, and that will make a difference as they fight enemies in Death Mountain. badbrakes thinking what to do, takes the life level. That life 2 versus life 1 does make a big difference in terms of how many hits you can take in Death Mountain. Ooh, Chroma gets caught up in an encounter leaving the cave. Let's see how badbrakes does. This is a chance to cut into the lead a little bit. Once you take one on this walk to Bagoo, it's hard to avoid another. And how are these going to treat badbrakes? Pretty well. And badbrakes gets an encounter-free walk and makes up a lot of time. Lead is down from about 16, 17 seconds all the way down to about 4 or 5 seconds. Badbrakes got lucky, but you just gotta trust those. You just gotta trust those encounter spawns to keep walking alongside Link instead of changing directions, and those are governed by frame rules. So as long as you get through the previous cave without losing any frames, you kind of gotta do one itty-bitty slowdown. If you get through it too fast, you also have problems, but the way the RNG refreshes in this game, while you never have total control of the RNG, there are certain things you can expect from the patterns of enemy behavior and certain drops, especially if they're right at the beginning of a room. There are frame rules and global counters in this game. This is also the reason you'll see runners do stabs or other delays before leaving certain encounter screens. Let's see, badbrakes gets the magic refill. Chroma did not. That's probably just the difference between having attack 4 and attack 3 is that badbrakes is not going to take any other levels. So, not going to be able to take magic 2. Having that magic refill will give him a life cast for safety. We will probably see Chroma take magic 2 for the refill as soon as he gets to 100 points. The bots take Chroma's beams right away. Ooh, no, Chroma cancels. badbrakes gets beat up in there a little as well. They both lose almost 2 bars of health. Chroma dangerous is an Octorok there too. And Chroma canceled another level up. He's gonna ramp up to attack 5 before he can take any other levels. A very dangerous fish bridge. Well, it can be dangerous. It can also be easy. Oh, Chroma had it pretty easy until the very end. Like badbrakes is starting that fish bridge and gets hit early. Actually, Chroma, having been almost out of life, is actually going to grab that small blue jar, cast jump, get the magic refill from that big red jar, and is able to cast life. We had seen badbrakes use his life cast a little bit earlier. So skipping that enemy, not a big deal though. The bats are knocking back badbrakes a lot. So we should be seeing each get a drop. Ooh. Chroma does not turn around for that jar, just leaves it there. And we see badbrakes is able to get a jar and gets another life cast. Evo, good luck in your race. Brakes uses life cast to get beams back. Ooh. Chroma just took a couple axes there. So down to about 1.5 bars of health as well. No clue about anything with Zelda 2. Is there a benefit to skipping level ups? Yes, there is. So to explain that a little bit, you want to ramp up your attack levels because attack costs more. And when you place a gem at the end of a palace, it will give you all of the points up to your next level up. So these players are going to want to get a few attack levels. They're going to want to finish Palace 2 with at least attack 5. And then cancel their life and magic levels so that the next threshold is attack 6. And then they'll get all 3,000 points at the gem to get attack 6, and then same for Palace 3. At the end of the Palace, they're going to want to get all 5,000 points to ramp up to attack 7, and then attack 8 at the end of Palace 4. And then the next will be 9,000 points. And after they get all 9,000 points from placing the gem in Palaces 5 and 6, they can spend those points on the magic and life levels. And ultimately, they should end with 886 levels. We might see alternate leveling strats, but that is typically the most optimal. And you will see them take a level probably in each palace. Like they'll take Magic 3 in Palace 3, they'll take Life 4 in Palace 4, and Magic 4 in Palace 5, and that will give them an opportunity to like cast Fairy, pick up an item using Fairy, which saves a couple seconds, and then also get the magic refill immediately after casting Fairy. So you'll like see them jackhammer a blue iron knuckle for 150 points, cast Fairy before the points add up, and of course you have to get the timing right, and sometimes things don't go according to plan, but if the timing works out, you'll see them cast a spell before the points count up, and then get the refill from the magic level up. that is also very common and even necessary in some of the other categories. I think especially any percent and 100% deathless. But the main reason they're going to cancel levels in all keys is going to be to maximize the number of points they're getting from placing the gems at the end of palaces. One little thing that is differentiating these two runners' leveling routes is that chromataclysm, you can see, already has 1,700 points, almost has attack 5. Chroma left Palace 1 with attack 4. And so he skipped level ups just so that he could ramp up to attack 5 as soon as possible. Badbrakes didn't get lucky enough to get attack 4 out of Palace 1, so he's kind of forced into skipping the magic and life level ups. It was optional on Chroma's part. He could have already taken magic 2 and or life 3 for safety. He has plenty of points. But in Badbrakes' case, keeping magic and life at levels 1 and 2 was pretty much required to be able to get attack 5. Mark's pointing out that Chroma got a Happy New Year. Oh, but Chroma needed to go to the Magic Lady. That is actually a downside of only having Magic 1. He probably needed to cast Life somewhere. And then wasn't able to get enough magic to be able to cast Jump in order to enter this house. I don't know, we see that Badbrakes has caught up a little bit as they were both talking to the soldier that teaches Link downstab at the same time. If you have Magic 2, you can cast Life, and then you only need one small jar to get enough magic to cast Jump. Now both are going to get the fairy spell. Yeah, and Rep points out Chroma casted Life on the Bubble Bridge area. So, and we also know Chroma's not getting a drop in the cave that they're going to next to get the Palace 2 heart. So now that he does have full magic, he'll get some of that time back being guaranteed to cast Fairy. Unless I miss Badbrakes move his drop, he should be getting a drop on this Guria in the cave. And while it would be nice if he gets a magic and can cast Fairy, it'd also be nice for him points-wise to get a bag. And there is a bag. So with that bag, Badbrakes is going to be good on points. It'd still be nice for him to see a couple more bags. Yes, all keys does mean that you have to get all keys, but I think more importantly, it also means that you are not allowed to use the fairy spell to go through doors. And we see Chroma's having a very nice swamp walk here. He was on those road tiles and with the perfect timing so that it caused one less encounter to spawn. They catch him right at the end though. Badbrakes hesitates, and Badbrakes gets a swamp encounter a little bit earlier back. So they're not allowed to use the fairy spell to go through doors. They're not allowed to do any ceiling walks to go over doors unless they are holding the key for that door. They can still cast fairy and and go through a door, but if they have a key, the door will open. So you can't, you know, you could conceivably skip some doors. I think in particular in Palace 5, you could skip that key, go through the door at the fairy spell, and then go get the key and go get the key later, but you're not even allowed to do that. You must collect the key and then go through the door. Badbrakes killing or skipping that Doom Rattler where chromataclysm actually got a bag drop there and got attack 5, and Chroma might want to consider taking a life or magic level. That is actually a time consideration. Actually, we see a menu to life. Might be taking Magic 2. Another high 5 there. Actually Chroma did not take life or take Magic 2 yet. It actually wouldn't be a bad time consideration. We see him pass life for beams, so maybe he just wanted to wait to make sure he got through that room unscathed. But he's gonna have to cancel the level up menus anyway before he ultimately takes the levels in Palace 3 if he doesn't take them here. To see Chroma pretty much skip all of the enemies the rest of the way. Badbrakes still needs to kill everything to catch up in attack levels. Like Chroma had a little bit of trouble there. And to kill that Stalfos and Smack together. Close, and we see right there that Chromataclysm used the fairy spell and then picked up the item, and that skipped the animation of Link picking the item up. See Badbrakes not using the fairy spell. It may just be a safety consideration, can save the magic for a life level or for a life cast. And yes, 7-8 time, the leveling, getting attack 5 this early is not rare in attack 4 runs, where you get attack 4 out of the first palace, and that really is the difference here, is that Chroma has had attack 4 leaving Palace 1, chose to ramp up his leveling, skip Magic 2 or Life 3, which was totally optional on his part. He could have taken those levels if he wanted to, but he wanted to get attack 5 fast, and the game gave him some bags. Whereas Badbrakes had attack 3, and Badbrakes does need to get to attack 5, preferably before the boss. He actually doesn't need to get the attack level before the boss, just needs to get to 1950 points. Oh, and that bag will allow him to actually skip a couple enemies here at the end. Just needs to kill 2 more enemies, really. He'll get attack 5. He'll only need to clear 150 points. The boss gives 200 points, so... But there was enough for Badbrakes to kill down here that he wasn't going to have any issue. getting enough points, but it's just slower because he did need to kill everything. He's actually going to grab the 100-point bag, take the attack level there. I wonder if he's maybe considering also taking... Okay, so he's actually going to take a magic level. See, Chroma has placed the gem and is going to be exiting. Oh dear. Oh, badbrakes just took a death to Helmet Head. You see him cast life this time, having a little bit of trouble again. So that's the first time there's been big separation. Big separation between these two runners. That's probably going to result in about 40-50 seconds difference now. I'm guessing Chroma already had about a 20-second lead to start with. See, getting that one encounter on the road is a good start. Oh! We might see a really good walk from badbrakes here. Ah, he got one more on the road right before getting into town. That's still good, only 2 road encounters, but it actually saves an additional second if he gets to town because he can take... Because he would be able to take the level up in town, which has a slightly shorter fanfare, just over 1 second per level up. That will come into play after Palace 5, if both runners get the fire spell late. So they both get the shield spell, which they held off on earlier. Badbrakes, 1 cave to go, just left that 1 cave, and it's headed into Palace 3. See how this walk goes for badbrakes. It's set up correctly. He wastes a step, comes to the King's Tomb. Chroma almost managed to pogo all the way up to those bricks, but broke one of them. Oh no, badbrakes got an encounter right before entering the palace. Yeah, it does make it just over a 50-second difference on their palace entry time. Straightforward. But also can be a little bit dangerous, and in fact, the room that we see Chroma going into now, in my opinion, is pretty much the hardest room in the game. Or at least in this particular speedrun. It's wrong to say that it's the hardest room in the game. but some of the hardest rooms we won't even see. This game has a couple troll rooms. You actually see them while you're running the game. It's like, oh yeah, this is a dead end. This was not the way to go. Did Chroma try to beam wrap the bots? Didn't see. But this lava room with the bots is surprisingly difficult. Let's see. Badbrakes gets the life level up mid-jump. Leveling up during a jump is always scary. Cancel a level up there, but wind up getting it here. Ooh. They both have their levels at 633. They're going to need to be at 399 points going into the boss, who gives 301 points, in order to clear 700, get to the next level, which is 5,000 points per attack. And Badbrakes dealt with those bots perfectly, but don't get that sword stab that he did. That bot is going to knock you into the lava. If it jumps at you, which is completely uncontrollable, or if you fail to execute that stab, you're going to get knocked back in the lava. Yes, it was a jumpless return. Very smooth staircase carving there for Badbrakes. Rebo is down on Chroma's side. See, exiting with 707 points. Pretty much exactly what you need. Badbrakes wait there for the level up menu to show up. It's actually a very common place in this game to soft lock. There's a bug in the game. If you take a level up, oh my goodness, and as I'm saying it, it just happened to Chroma. He was in an overworld encounter and as he was leaving, soft locked the game, so did I jinx him? I mean, I think it already happened before I started talking, but this is where it can happen. I think this must be what happened to Chroma, is where you see there is that Badbrakes got the level up right before leaving the screen, but if you don't leave that one of those encounters cleanly, then that is a spot that you can have that soft lock occur. So you see that Chroma is on a solid blue screen. Basically, whatever the sky color was when you left is what color the screen stays. So, and the level up menu isn't able to come up, and the game is waiting for you to pick your next level, and you can't do it, so the game just stays. We actually see Badbrakes going to get the fire spell now. This also gives you a chance to cast life, get your beans back. So Chroma has reset his splits, but hasn't restarted yet. Brakes continuing through the cave on the way to save the kidnapped child.
Okay, I think what we're gonna do at the moment, I think we're going to go ahead and raid over to badbrakes.
Okay.
This is because this is just unfortunate, and obviously, So we're gonna head raid over there. There may or may not be a re-race. Unsure yet. We won't know until after the race or until Brakes is aware of this. So we're just gonna head over there. Appreciate everybody for being here. Nobody likes to see things in this way, so I apologize. But we will have more Z2 coverage. We will have more coverage in the future. Hopefully, keep an eye on the schedule. We will see more. Everybody stay safe. Shadow, appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you for hosting us, Cubs.
Yep. Chroma, thank you as well. Hopefully, well, we'll see what happens. I don't want to speculate. We'll see what happens going forward. I appreciate you all for being here. Everybody stay safe. Thank you for joining us. We will see you back here soon. Enjoy the rest of the race.